Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CNT podcast. My name is Tommy Terrio, and I am here with. Are you not? You're not going to say your name?
Justin Yarmark.
There we go. You
Justin
really got to
Yarmark.
pry everything out of them these
The
days. I
Cubs
tell you
are
what.
back, baby. The Cubs are back.
Would you like to? Would you like to do your thing?
The Cubs are back. We're back, baby. Seiya Suzuki, Christopher Morel, Marcus Stroman, Nico Hono, and now Dansby Swanson. Come on now. Part of the week is this Dansby Swanson dual relic jersey and bat node to 150, number 124 of 150. It is now in my Cubs PC because he is a Chicago Cub. Dansby Swanson, you are a Chicago Cub.
I figure I'll just let him go for a minute. This is kind of fun.
The Cubs are back, baby. Back like we never left, but we did. But we are back like we never have.
So proud.
Best middle of the infield defense in the league with Nico and Swanson. Without a doubt.
Best middle infield, yeah.
Without a doubt.
I think the Cardinals probably still have the best corner infield though.
Yeah. The Cubs are coming for the NL Central, and we ain't never giving it back.
Yeah, the Cardinals are winning it still.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, they are not.
Yeah,
the Cubs are coming.
Okay, whatever you say.
Book it. Book it. Book it.
Yeah, I don't know about that, champ.
Book it.
Nope.
Cubs, NL Central champs. Book it.
All right. So
book it.
Today we are talking about our historical favorite players on every team.
Book it like you book a hotel on Trivago.
Hotel?
Trivago.
Thank you. All right. Today we're talking about our all-time favorite players on every single MLB team. Justin, NL East, we'll just start there. I don't know. I really didn't
start. Let's go division by division, obviously, but you started off with your name, with your guy. You picked the team where we start. Since I did card of the week, you picked the team.
All right. I'd like to start with the NL East. We'll work our way west, then we'll work our way west again. NL East, we'll just go with the Mets first, I guess. My guy, Mike Piazza.
That's my guy too. I love him.
So
I love him
for two reasons. One, the bat throwing incident. You remember this?
Mm-hmm.
Where he broke his bat and then he thought the pitcher threw the bat back at him. And then also the 9/11 home run.
Oh yeah, 9/11 home run. That's just top 10 moment in MLB history.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think we talked about doing like a moments one at some point.
Yeah, that'd be a good episode. We should do that. Oh, I think when Trevor was still on the team, he made a TikTok with like a bunch of the moments.
At least he said, yeah, I don't know if we got. I don't
At
know
least
if
he
that
planned it. I
ever.
never know if he ever posted it or not.
I don't know. I'll go back and look later.
You don't have to. It would have been a while ago. We post every day on TikTok. You don't have to go through all those videos. Like we post every day, and if you're not following the CNT TikTok, do so now. Pause this episode. Do so now.
Next team. Gonna go over to the Nationals. So I kind of cheated a little bit here.
Oh my goodness, we have a cheater.
I used the Expos.
That's not cheating.
Okay. I used Andres Galarraga. I figure so you'll notice I think I have 4 Rockies, I believe.
Oh, I have so many Cubs.
So Andres Galarraga is the first one. The Expos, never really were able to go anywhere as a franchise, and that's why they moved, really. But
I went with the current player on this one. My guy. Oh, shoot. No, I think I'm gonna have to switch up. I originally had Luis Garcia, but now I'm realizing Nelson Cruz was there. And I'm gonna go with Nelson Cruz actually. He signed my
Yeah.
jersey. I really like Cruz. Still a current player, but not the
Yeah.
current player I was originally gonna go with. But yeah, I'm gonna go Nelson Cruz.
All right. I like it. Um, next one we got we'll go with the Braves next.
Mine's
Do you
Dansby
want
Swanson.
not surprising.
No, I'm just playing. He's number 2, but I went with Chipper Jones. I'm a big Chipper Jones guy.
Yeah, I like that.
But
I had
Dansby
a
Swanson is now a close second.
I'm gonna go with okay, no. I'll save my you know what? I'll go with Glavin. I mean of any of the three, he got the least recognition, but he was still like a very, very, very good pitcher. I believe he made it to the Hall of Fame as well. But to be a part of that and still be the third best guy in that rotation,
Crazy.
loved all that he did. And then Phillies.
Who you got for Phillies? I know mine.
No, you go first. You go.
No, you go
I
for
know yours. I know
Tommy.
you.
I insist that you go first.
All right, fine. Ryan Howard.
Cole Hamels.
Oh, that's not what was thinking you would
Who
do.
are you thinking?
Schwarber.
I thought about doing Schwarber, but
Yeah,
I really like Cole Hamels.
yeah. I said Ryan Howard because like he is the dictionary definition of what it means to be a city's guy, if that makes sense. Like if you were to ask me Phillies baseball, the first guy I would think of would be Bryce Harper, but the second guy I would think of would be Ryan Howard. Like
Baseball, Phillies baseball. Something now you think of. Go.
Ryan Howard.
Dang, he wasn't lying, guys. He's good. He's honest.
But you got my point though. He was truly associated with the Phillies. Real, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
oh no, I messed up. Oh,
Ah ha ha ha.
I just thought of
Uh,
another guy who I should have done.
who?
Roy Halladay.
Oh, that's a good one. But you said Ryan Howard. You messed up. Ryan Howard's your favorite. Nothing you can do now.
Locked it in. Sorry.
You can change it if you want.
Shout out Roy Halladay. NL Central. We'll go Cubs last. So let's go Pirates.
Oh, you skipped a team.
No. Mets.
Marlins.
Oh, I thought we did. Oh, I went over them. I did the Marlins one in my head. Sorry.
Gosh, Tommy. Oh, can you believe this guy? Like, why is he still here? He makes all these mistakes.
Really unprofessional.
What? Come on now.
Mine is D Gordon.
Mine is Miguel Cabrera. Oh, I should have gone Jose Fernandez. I really liked him.
That's yeah, that would probably be two for me. But yeah, D
Yeah.
Gordon,
It really should be D. Like, I named one of my fish after D Gordon. He signed the picture for me. Like, I really should have gotten D Gordon now that I think about it.
yeah. All right, now are we done? We got all five now?
Now we can go to the NL Central.
All right, let's go Pirates first.
Everyone knows mine. Roberto Clemente.
Yeah,
Everyone knows that's my favorite pirate of all time. I broadcast that every time I talk about him.
yeah.
That was a
Um,
no-brainer. That was
I wanted one that I had,
honest to
more.
God,
Oh,
that was the
sorry.
easiest one for me to figure out. When I was
Really?
looking through it, easiest one was Roberto Clemente for the Pirates. He was just such a great guy. It's not even for what he did on the field, it's what he did off the field that makes me love him
Yeah.
so much. Like, I've said this so many times. I love Roberto Clemente with all my heart, and he is easily my favorite pirate of all time. Easily.
For me, I wanted to go one that I more had, like a closer connection with, like as to like I watched him and such.
I know who you're going with.
Who do you think I'm going with?
Brian Reynolds.
Nope.
Who?
Um, I was going Andrew McCutchen.
Oh, he's a Cubs killer, but I do like him.
And I mean, Andrew McCutchen was a Pittsburgh staple. And if you were gonna see any Pirates merch out in the wild ever, which you rarely did, but still, it was gonna be Andrew McCutchen.
It'd be McCutchen.
And he was just such a fun player to watch. So like, if I ever happened, like, if I was on MLB Network and like they had Pirates highlights or a Pirates game on, like that's the guy I would be waiting to like that. I would be looking forward to his at bat.
Mhm.
Um, Brewers next.
Why not? I'm going Andrew McCutcheon. How silly of me.
Yikes.
I like McCutcheon. He'd probably be my number two pirate. Number three, maybe behind Ben Gamble. That's just because I met him when he was a Manor. But I mean, I like McCutcheon. I hate the Brewers. Not many guys. Oh, Victor Corantini. I like Corantini. He had a grand slam against the Cubs this past year, so I'm gonna stick with McCutcheon. I'm gonna stick with
Yeah,
McCutcheon.
I could do Ben Gamble now that you said Ben Gamble. I could do Ben Gamble for the Brewers.
Yeah. Wait, Ben Gamble plays for the Brewers now, doesn't he?
He or at least he did. I don't know where he is
He
here. I'll
did.
look.
I swear he was he not on the Pirates? Was he on the Brewers, not the Pirates? And I just had a complete brain fart.
He's played for the Yankees, the Mariners, the Brewers, the
Not the Pirates.
Indians, and the Pirates.
Oh, okay. I'm not tripping. I'm gonna change my Brewers one to Ben Gamble because I've met him, and I think that ranks higher. And like it's the Brewers. I hate the Brewers, so I'm gonna go with Ben Gamble for the Brewers.
Yeah, I like that.
Calling a little audible mid pick.
This one was kind of difficult for me because like there was no real Brewers that I had a true connection to. You know what I mean? Or
Mhm.
like that I really felt. Like I enjoyed. Like I would go out of my way to watch them. Like ever really. I don't know but if I had to pick one though, I mean I would probably have to go Josh Hader.
Yeah, he was pretty good with them.
He was
One of the
also a
best
guy like that
closers.
I would stand on the rooftops and like sing his praises saying like this is a guy that more people need to be talking about.
You were a big Josh Hader guy. I can't lie. You were.
And he's kind of, leveled out, I would say, in San Diego. So we'll see.
I think he'll have a comeback here. Like he got traded to San Diego, he really struggled. I think he'll come back and be fine.
Yeah, he was good in the postseason for them.
He
So
was doing the postseason.
hopefully that's a sign for things to
He's
come.
also he's a guy who I see signing a lot, so it's really cool to see that. Like one of the best at his position is signing a lot. Love to
Yeah.
see it as a drafter.
Um, Reds.
Okay, so I originally had Albert Almora Jr. because I
Yeah,
met him. Then I switched it to Ken Griffey Jr. But now, like, I feel like it's a tie. Like Almora had a full-on conversation with me when he was waiting for the elevator when he was in Seattle, and I love Almora. I honestly I want to get an Almora jersey, not a Reds one.
the
Not really
Cubs
like
one.
necessarily like I'd rather go somewhere else when I get there. Like I have a lot of Cubs jerseys. Like I kind of want to get current Cubs players more than an Almora Cubs jersey. But I would not be caught dead wearing a Reds jersey. That's for sure. But as much as I love Ken Griffey Jr., I'm gonna stick with Almora. I'm gonna stick with my original pick. I'm sticking with Albert Almora Jr. He's probably my top five favorite players of all time anyway. And honestly, it's not that I like Almora more than Griffey. I just never really liked Griffey or knew Griffey as a Red. And so we're talking about my favorite Reds player. I'm gonna have to go with Almora.
Yeah, that works. Um, for me, I went with Joey Votto.
I hate that guy.
He's such a good guy. Like,
I can hate him.
even as a Cubs fan though, how good of a guy
Yes,
he is. Like
he's a
how.
good guy, but God, I don't like him, Tommy. I don't like him.
But yeah, that one that's that for me.
What's the next one?
We got the Cardinals.
I cheated on this one.
Uh-oh.
It breaks my heart to say this, but my favorite Cardinal of all time is Wilson Contreras.
It only counts in theory, off technicalities it counts.
It
So
counts.
you don't want it to
I'll get
count, but
I'll get into a rant about Contreras to the Cardinals on a future episode when we do like an off-season review, a free agency review. We should do an off-season review once like the last big names sign, like the trades. And mark it on your calendars. We're doing that in like a month,
yeah,
and
I don't
it
know.
won't just be the two of us. We'll get Ava or Dylan or maybe even both on for it. Like that would be like one of the big off-season episodes where it's more than just us two.
Yeah,
I'll go on my rant then. I'm very upset by it, obviously, but I'll save that rant for another day.
Now you know how you know partially how I feel.
About Nato,
Yeah, who is my
I feel like
favorite?
it's different. Yeah, I knew that once was coming. I feel it's very different because you traded him. It wasn't a good trade, but the Cubs just lost Contreras outright.
We
Or
did.
you
We
you
lost Nato
you could
outright.
you could say you lost Nato outright too with the return you did get. But again, I feel like it's a little
We
bit
got
different.
Austin Gomber. I mean, come on.
Okay, don't disrespect. Like he's not the best, but his wife has this great TikTok account with his son.
You know what?
Austin
No,
Gomber
no,
is
no,
one
no.
of my favorite Rockies. He's one of my
Good, no, no,
favorites.
good for her and good for the kids. But Austin Gomber is not a great pitcher.
He's not great, but I love him because of his wife. His wife's TikTok is so wholesome.
But yeah, Arenado. I mean, that one was
It's
pretty.
Mrs. Gomber's TikTok with her son going to all the Rockies home games. Like it's just so wholesome,
It's so
man.
wholesome.
I love that TikTok. I get so excited when it pops up on my For You page. The all the Rocky staff are so nice to the little kid too.
Yeah.
Dude, little kids are the best. I had such an amazing experience at my job today with a little
What
kid.
happened?
So I have like 30 minutes left on my shift. This about like 3 hours ago from this moment we're recording this. I'm telling you, this is like a top 3 moment of my entire year, maybe even my entire life. It was just so amazing. It was easily my best shift ever. So I'm going like 30 minutes left. I'm getting back from opening up. I can't really say that. I was opening up something I shouldn't say. Okay. I was opening up the liquor cabinet as part of my job for someone, obviously not myself. And so I was walking back and I see this little kid here at Safeway all by himself, no older than 9. There's no way he was older than that, all by himself, trying to find a birthday present for his mom with this little container of coins and a little bit of cash. Probably like no more than $10. No
Yeah.
more than $10. And so I say he asked me for help. So I help him find the flowers he wants to get his mom. And then I help him find the cheapest wrapping paper. And then we go to self-checkout together. And he's telling me I've been saving up this money all year to get my mom a gift. I snuck out while she was asleep. Not the best idea. He like left the house while she was asleep. Not the greatest plan on his part, but
Hey,
it
do
was
what you gotta
like
do, right?
I was so like he didn't have enough money to buy it all. But obviously the reason I went to check out with him was so I could pay the difference so he could go and take the flowers home to his mom. Like obviously the kid's looking less cute. He went through all this work to get his mom a gift. He's been saving up money all year. Like there's no way I wasn't gonna make sure he got it. Like obviously I'm not a monster. And so
Hey,
he gets so
shout
excited.
out, shout out you.
He gets so excited, and then as he's leaving, he says, "I hope you get a raise to me." And obviously, I'm not going to get a raise anytime soon. I just got hired, but hey, he ain't wrong. I hope I get a raise too.
Hey,
But
yeah, I think everybody does. So
oh my god, dude, he was just so cute.
that's
It
awesome.
made my day. Oh my
That's awesome.
god. Honestly, it makes walking at Safeway that much more worth it. Just get to
Yeah.
see that. Dude, he was like 7, and he was just like he's been saving up all year for this. And
Shout out to that kid.
god, dude, that such a good kid.
All right, Justin,
It's a time for the Cubs.
who is your favorite Cub of all time?
Alfonso Soriano.
Why?
It's actually tied between Soriano and Chris Bryant. They're
Nice.
one A,
Well,
one B. I
yeah.
can't pick between them. I love them both so much. Soriano was my favorite player when I was a kid, like before I was really into baseball. Don't really remember why. I think it was just because I liked his name. I thought his name was cool, and so I loved him. Like when I was selecting just like base card inserts for baseball, I would always try and trade for my brother Jacob's Soriano cards because I just loved him. Still trying to find a Soriano Cubs card auto. I have one of him on a different team, but I need a Cubs one. I need a Cubs one.
Um,
But yeah, Soriano, and then Bryant was my favorite player when he got called up when I started really getting into baseball and card collecting. He
yeah.
was just my favorite. I remember watching his debut on TV, and I love both of them equally. I'd say if
It's
Bryant
awesome.
stayed a Cub for longer and won another World Series with us, he'd probably outright take Soriano. But he left. He left. He got traded. So I can't really say I like them both the same. They're
Yeah.
tied.
So mine is Soriano, but for a very different reason.
That makes me happy. Makes me smile.
Do you remember what was the game? Nicktoons MLB, like on the
Yeah,
Wii?
vaguely.
So I figured out just a cheat code system that like I had all the best players, like it was great. And every single time, the two guys I remember were David Wright of the Mets and Alfonso Soriano.
Soriano.
And just how the announcers would say it, and it was just, it was just something that made me fun. And as I was like writing down, my list of guys, it was like there, like that nostalgia just clicked for me, and that was
I
awesome.
love it. I love it. Nostalgia is so great.
Yeah.
Nostalgia is a 10 out of 10.
All right. What's our let's see, NL West.
Let's
You pick.
start with the Rockies.
No, no, no. We waited for the Cubs, so we wait for the Rockies.
Chris. Okay, let's start with the Giants.
You could
My
do
favorite
Chris Bryant.
Giant. Favorite Giant is Chris Bryant.
I guess because you picked Soriano, but we can't. We let's have a rule that it can't be for more. You can one like one player for more than one team. Agreed.
Then I'm gonna need to change a few of my answers. So let's not do that. Let's if it's someone you've already mentioned, have a second favorite.
Okay, that works.
My second favorite Giant would probably be Brandon Bell. No, Brandon Crawford, and it's kind of a funny story. So I never like hated Brandon Crawford. I never loved him like during his career. Like he was just he was there. Like not my favorite. Didn't hate him, but one time on a flight a couple of years ago, and I see mic'd up interviews with all a bunch of Giants players, and the first one I saw was Brandon Crawford. So I watched it, and I don't know. I just really liked it. I don't really remember what the questions were, his answers at all. I remember finding that when I was bored on an airplane. I don't like flight. I like to travel. I like to go places. I like to visit family. I like to go on trips, but I don't like actually being on the plane. I get bored. I have a hard time like truly sitting down and watching a movie on a flight. And sometimes I have a hard time sleeping. Sometimes I'll sleep very easily.
Well, that's
But
fun to me. I like doing that. So
I used to really like it. Don't like it too much now. And so just finding
that's fair.
that video and getting to watch it like made me really love Brandon Crawford.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Fun little story.
Mine is Madison Bumgarner.
It's a good one.
So this is one that you don't know about, but so for those who don't know, I talked to
Tim
my
Lincomb. Sorry.
Tim
Tim
Lincecum.
Lincomb. Yeah,
Lincecum.
Lincecum. He's
Yeah,
up there. Dude, he
yeah.
might be higher than Crawford.
He's two for me, I would say, behind Mad
Uh,
Bum.
I
So I talked to my
I
grandpa a
like him.
lot. We talk baseball, we talk politics, we talk whatever, right?
I love Mr. Terrio.
Other
Oh
one.
no.
Nope,
Yeah.
the other one.
I don't know your mom's maiden name.
That's okay.
Well,
But yeah,
I want
we
I I feel really bad now because as soon as I said it, I realized nope,
nope,
it's the other
the
grandpa.
other
It's
one.
his mom's side. I do not know your mom's maiden name though. But
I'll choose not to divulge it on the
yeah,
podcast, but
yeah. But yeah, you always talk to me about this grandpa and how you always have like weekly or nightly calls, and
yeah,
I've heard a
we
lot
talk
about him.
almost every night. So
Yeah, I've heard a lot about him. Helps you with
yeah.
fantasy too. You said like you have to go talk to your grandpa
Yeah,
about about
we do
trades and
fantasy
stuff.
drafts together,
Yeah.
both football and baseball.
Oh, if I knew you were doing baseball, your fantasy baseball drafts with him, I would have made us do an episode of all fantasy draft, and
No,
I would
I
have
think
let
it's
you
just the
done it with
one.
him.
No, it's funny. I did a draft. By the way, I did a draft with my grandma who know a fantasy football draft. With my grandma who knows nothing about fantasy football.
Just
It
you
was
two?
yeah, it was just the two of us. It was great.
How'd you do?
Let's see
It's
how
okay.
let's see how
It's already a 2-man league, well, 2-person league, and one of them doesn't know anything about football. Oh my god, you should have dominated. Honestly.
no this I'm no we drafted together in a league.
Oh,
Um
never mind.
no that team is 9-5.
Not bad, not bad.
Justin Herbert, Christian McCaffrey, and Aaron Jones,
It's a pretty good lineup.
and Amon-Ra St. Brown as well.
Come on, dude, he's so good. I had him
This is,
last year. I picked him up.
I also have 3 quarterbacks in this league. I don't know
Oof.
why. And it's 3 starting quality quarterbacks.
You know what I want to do for fantasy football?
What do you
A
want to do?
CNT team. There's 4 people. I want to do a 4-man fantasy league, 3 QBs, 4 running backs, 5 receivers, 2 tight ends. Like just a crazy league. Make the scoring outrageous and
That'd be fun.
just have fun and like have like a pick. So I think it's something that doesn't happen like too often, but still like realistically worth like 40 points or something. I don't know, but I just want to like make a crazy league with crazy rules and just the scene team just goes at
Like
it and has
60
fun
yard
with it.
field goals are like 20 points.
Yeah. Okay. 40-yard field goal, 10 points. 50, 20, 60 plus 100 points. So if you
No, no, no.
Justin Tucker, no. Justin
No,
Tucker
no,
would
no,
be
no, no.
crucial.
Justin Tucker
Justin
would be
Tucker would be
first
like a
overall
10th
pick.
round pick.
Justin Tucker would be the first overall pick. No, no, no.
Yeah. We're doing
We'll
that.
talk
We're
about
doing
this
that.
later.
We're doing that.
But can I get can I get back to
Yeah, sorry.
my mad bum point?
Yeah, sorry. We got off the rails.
So with my grandpa, every night I am campaigning for Madison Bumgarner's case as arguably the greatest playoff pitcher of all time.
Yeah.
If you look at the quality of his starts and the competition that he had to go against every single, at pretty much every single postseason from about 2008 to about 2016, he was always rock solid. And
Not
he's
against the
pretty much the
Cubs though in
opposite of Verlander.
2016.
He's pretty much the opposite of Verlander because like Verlander is great in the regular season until the postseason, but Mad Bum was pretty good in the regular season. But once October baseball hit and the lights were shining the brightest, you could bet that Madison Bumgarner was up there and ready.
The pitcher, Mr. October, in my opinion. Best postseason pitcher, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Call me crazy, but
I
that's
mean,
what I say.
you can always make the Don Larson argument. No one else has ever thrown a perfect game in a World Series. Like,
So I saw this random thing. This goes with the perfect game. Is it fair to call a pitcher perfect and have it be a pitcher's perfect game if every out was a robbed home run? Should that be considered a perfect game? Like obviously it's a perfect game, but the pitcher almost gave up 27 home runs and his defense bailed him out 27 times.
yes, because you can't make stats subjective.
I agree. I think it would be a perfect game, but like I think it makes you go and think into it. If we
Yeah,
look at the perfect games,
that's when you have
which
to
ones are
look beyond
truly
just, oh, he had a perfect
more
game.
perfect than others?
Yeah.
And
Because you can't
honestly,
make stats subjective because if you do, there's no point in
I
us
agree.
doing this podcast. Us doing this podcast has no
Oh,
purpose.
oh man, we have a purpose.
No, if there was, but if stats were subject, like if you could, like if you could change what stat, like when you counted stats based on like how you felt about it, like it would entirely change the entire sports landscape, let alone anything else.
I agree. No, I agree. I wanted to point it out and see what your opinion was. If anyone's listening wants to give theirs, comment it down below.
It is an interesting thought though, like the thought
Yeah,
process behind it of like we could do more to recognize like the games that were more perfect than others.
yeah. And I think we should like. I don't like. I feel like we should maybe consider taking some perfect games with like a grain of salt. Like some are going to be more perfect than others. Some are going to be like it was relied on the defense. Some the pitcher was just truly dominant.
Yeah. The other thing that we need to do is we need to elevate high level pitching performance games that don't meet the criteria, like the Kerry Wood 20 strikeouts,
That was
Max
phenomenal.
Scherzer's 20 strikeouts, like any of those.
Just a little fun little question. Who's the next team?
So we did the Giants. Do you want to go Diamondbacks next?
Diamondbacks. Mine is Randy Johnson.
Okay, yeah.
Love me some Randy Johnson. Stone Garrett's up there though.
Is Stone Garrett? I didn't know what team Stone Garrett played
Stone
for.
Garrett played for the Diamondbacks. He actually got into the MLB and played pretty well last year. He left. I don't remember what team he signed with, but shout out Carson Swim for putting me on Stone Garrett. I now follow him Stone Garrett very heavily, and every time he does good, I always make sure I show Carson, or vice versa. If Stone Garrett does something good, Carson will send it to me, and just shout out Carson for putting me on the Stone Garrett because that's a top five name all time. Stone.
Yeah.
But what would be a better name would be Can't if your last name is Swim. Again, going back to the Carson interview.
All right. So I could
Yeah,
do a couple. I could do there's a couple names I could do, but you took Randy Johnson. So here's a name that I don't think many people are gonna recognize, and it's one that like I didn't really have like a favorite Diamondback, right?
right.
So I got two names for you, one that you will know and one that you won't. The first is Ketel Marte.
I
You
like
know,
Cattell.
former Mariner, shout out.
Yeah,
Much
former
love.
Mano.
Um,
He was traded for
this
Mitch Haniger, right?
I believe that was part of that deal, yes. I think Taiwan Walker was also in that deal.
Yeah, I think Taiwan was in that deal as well.
The second one is Tony Womack.
Can't say I remember him.
You will know what he was a part of though.
What was he a part of?
2001 World Series. He hits a
Ah,
double off of Mariano Rivera to walk him off in Game 7.
yeah, I remember that. I don't remember the name.
So that's why I was like, I don't really have like a favorite. Like Ketel Marte was great and all, but like I don't really remember him as a D back, so I don't really like him as a D back. And I'm not going to use Madison Bumgarner again, so
Not a Mad Bum fan.
well, I can't. I'm not going to use him twice though.
I
Remember,
know. I'm just joking with you.
just messing around.
Who's next? What team's next?
If we go to the Dodgers,
Jackie Robinson. I love Jackie. Come on now. I've done
he
so
really did
many
just steal
school
my pick.
projects.
Just
It'd be like that,
yeah, but yeah, Jackie.
Jackie. Come on now. You gotta love Jackie Robinson.
If I'm going to do a second, Sandy Koufax.
I would agree with Sandy Koufax as my second team. No, you know what? Second, I would maybe go Cody Bellinger because I liked him when he was an MVP and now he's a tubby.
Those Belly versus Yelly,
Commercials was so good. I know what you're going, dude. Those are some of my favorite commercials to date.
yeah, those were
Love
amazing.
those. Love those. Love that for the game.
I love that you knew what I was talking about too. That was great.
Yeah. They're just iconic. They're iconic.
Yeah. Um, Padres.
Tony Gwynn.
Well, I'm pretty sure he looked at my list beforehand.
I did not look at your list. I didn't even talk to you about your list at all. I usually ask you like a couple questions to for an episode like this. So you ask you, who's your Cubs that I like? I didn't
Yeah.
talk to you
No,
about it
we
at
didn't. We
all.
did not talk about this at all.
I thought about putting Tatis because I have the one of him, but I decided not to. Did you see he might get traded this offseason? There's rumors that they might trade him.
There's rumors that there was some rumors
Yeah,
going
the
around with the
Yankees. The
Yanks.
Yankees were going to. That'd be crazy. You feel like you have to give up Jason Dominguez, Anthony Volpe, and that's just the start.
Jason Dominguez, Juan Soto. It's an interesting outfield.
How would Juan Soto go to the Yankees?
No, if there was a
Oh
trade,
my god, I'm so silly. I'm so silly. I'm so silly.
but yeah,
I'm so silly.
Tony Gwynn was a great player.
I kind of
And
forgot Juan Soto was on the Padres for a minute because he didn't do great last year and he was horrendous in the playoffs. I just kind of
but Tony
forgot.
Gwynn was not like the headlining name, but he was still just great.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Ricky Henderson, I could give a shout to.
I'm saving Ricky Anderson, so.
Oh, he's not my athletics one. I have a funny guy for my athletics one, but he's truly my favorite.
Oh no. Oh.
Can we start?
Oh.
We got to start with that division after we do the Rockies now.
Yeah. Can I edit my Mets one? Can I go
Who?
back to the beginning and edit my Mets
I don't
one?
know. It depends who you're gonna edit it with.
Bartolo Colon.
No! But I like Piazza more than Bartolo. I need to find a different team he was on.
I mean, he's been on a lot of teams, so you're not. But yeah, no, I'm replacing Piazza with
I'm keeping
Bartolo.
Piazza. I know a team where I can put him in now though, so don't worry. Big
All right,
Sexy remains number one in my heart.
last one, the NL, the
Chris
Rockies.
Bryant. Chris Bryant. I
Yeah.
need a second one. I need a second one though. I'm gonna go Charlie Blackman.
So I could have used the cop out of like I could do like Troy Tulowitzki for the Blue Jays, but I'm not.
Dude, if you don't do Troy Tulowitzki, man, you loved him. He was
No,
your
I'm
favorite.
doing Tulo. I love Tulo. I mean,
Yeah.
Tulo was my guy. I mean,
Dude,
come
Jacob
on.
loves Troy Tulowitzki too, my brother. Big
Yeah.
Tulo fan.
Oh, I mean, Tulo was the leader of the We Want Tacos movement for about 7 years. So,
We want tacos.
are you familiar with what that is?
Not exactly.
Every time the Rockies score
I
7
just
runs, you
love
get free
tacos.
tacos.
Tacos! I love
I
tacos.
don't even know if the partnership is still going, but people still do it. It's great.
Tacos!
It'd be even funnier if it's like if the promotion is no longer running and yet people still do it.
Tacos!
All right. So we're starting AL West
Athletics.
then.
Athletics. Who's your athletic?
Ricky Anderson,
Mine is Scott Hatteberg.
Moneyball.
Simply because of Moneyball. Come on. The home run scene wins the game, gives them the record. Come on. It's just perfect. Come
Yeah,
on. The comeback, the win, the home run. God, Ricky Henderson's a close second, though, because he is the stolen bases king. And we all know how I feel about stolen bases.
close second for me is Coco Crisp.
Where's Scott Hatteberg for you?
I don't even
He's
know. He
got
wasn't
to be
even
top five.
he
He's
wasn't
got to
even
be top five.
considered.
Come on, Tommy. You got to consider the GOAT,
See,
Scotty H.
I like Coco Crisp
I
because
don't care about
the
the power.
Mariners
He
played
gets on base.
the Mariners play the Athletics 19 times every year, right? And growing up, I would do commentary like generally to myself or just in family or whatever, right? Like I would turn the TV on mute, I would throw on the Mariners game, and I would watch probably the first 5 innings before I had to go to bed.
Silly guy went to bed before finishing the game.
This was like 6-year-old me. I probably was asleep. I didn't even make it through the game.
How silly of you.
Either way, that's just what I did, and I loved it. And Coco Crisp was just a stalwart for those A's in the early 2000s.
I like I'm forgetting his first name, Davis, recently. Like he's a recent-ish player. Chris Davis. Chris Davis.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I like the fact that he had the same batting average for like 4 or 5 years in a row. Like that is crazy. It's like 247 or something like that. Like, and I only know it because of WTF stats on Instagram. He would post it every year.
From
It's just crazy.
2015 to 2018, he had 247 batting average,
Like that's just so crazy and silly.
and with
I
different
love
amounts
it.
of at bats too. Like that's the
Yeah,
best part of it.
I love it. I love it. I love that for him.
That's awesome.
Rangers. Should we do the Rangers next?
Sure,
Who's your favorite Ranger?
John Gray.
My favorite Ranger is Alfonso Soriano. Second favorite Ranger is Bartolo Colon.
The by the way, the Rockies being
Told
a
you I did
farm
pop in.
team for like most of the rest of the league is has really helped me out with this
Hilarious.
list.
Hilarious. Because the Rockies are poverty.
Angels.
I went with Mike Trout.
Okay, yeah, that's
I couldn't really
probably
think of anyone, and I mean Trout's Trout. I mean, how can
that's
you
two
not
for
love
me.
him? Who's your number
Um,
one? Who's number
Houston
one?
Street, another former Rocky.
Oh, Houston Street. That's a good one.
I don't know. I don't like. I was like 4 when he left the Rockies. I don't remember how good he was as a Rocky. I'll be honest.
Funny.
All I remember is just just him being around.
Him being that guy.
Let's see.
Who's next?
He was with the Rockies for 3 years, 2009 to 2011. His best ERA was 3.06. So yeah, I mean,
Who's next?
we'll go Astros. We'll say the Mariners for last. So go Astros.
Craig Biggio. I love Craig Biggio. It would have been a Jose Altuve if he wasn't a Cheeto, though. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I had a hard time picking this one.
You can throw in Jome Pena. I really like Pena. I think he had a great year. I think he arguably should have been Rookie of the Year. He definitely should have been a finalist. Let's not open up that debate again, though. But I do really like Pena.
There were just so many good rookies, though. Any way you spin it, there were so many good rookies.
Dude, this rookie class was out of this world.
Because if they had left like Bobby Witt off, people would have been mad that Bobby Witt was left off. There was no good solution. You couldn't leave
Yeah, but
anyone.
Pena was the best or second best rookie in the entire league. Like he should have been a finalist.
For me, my next guy or my guy is honestly, I don't know. I mean, this is one like I couldn't pick because I was not
Known
attached to
Astro hater. Tommy
I was not
Terrio, known
attached to any
Astro
of the
hater.
Astros before like any like the NL Astros or early AL Astros. But if you're gonna make me pick one, I'll go Verlander.
JV, the New York Mets' newest starting pitcher.
Partially
That's
because a
not
lot of
true.
stuff he's done elsewhere, like I really liked him in Detroit specifically.
Mhm.
So yeah.
That Detroit team was good.
What was it? David Price, Chris Sale, Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer.
Hmm.
The fact that they didn't even win, I don't even know if they made it to an ALCS. Like that's what's wild to me.
Yeah, that is crazy.
2013, they made it to the ALCS, but lost 4-2 to the Red Sox.
The Red Sox are just them, though, in all honesty.
But Verlander, Scherzer, okay, this was after some of the other guys left. Okay.
They also had Castellanos, the Tigers did for a bit.
Yep. Man, Austin Jackson was a fun player.
He was.
He's not my guy for the Tigers, but all right, Mariners.
Edgar Martinez.
Okay.
Big Edgar, you got the statue right there. I got a jersey of Edgar. I have a Hall of Fame plaque of Edgar. I have a baseball card short of Edgar, who's on the baseball card. I also have one of each real like that. I'm just a big Edgar guy.
I got one word for you. King.
King Felix. Yeah. I like
That's
him.
a
I went
guy
to the
you
game.
campaign. You campaigned to kick him out of Seattle. Like you were on a tirade to get him out of Seattle as soon as possible.
Me? When? What?
Like sixth and seventh grade, you were on a tirade trying to get Felix Hernandez out of Seattle as soon as possible.
Yeah, because I wanted him to win. Oh, what? I don't remember this at all. Do you know
Yeah.
why?
Because you
I
thought he was
wanted him to
being
win.
overpaid or something.
You know, okay. I think because. Whoa. Tommy. Something wrong with your audio? I heard myself.
No?
Okay. I think because I did think we were overpaying him a little. This was back when I didn't really appreciate pitchers the way I should. And so I thought we were paying him a little much, and I did love him. And I think deep down I just wanted to see him win something and go to the playoffs.
I hope that's what it actually was, I really
think
hope
deep
so.
down that's what it was. Felix deserved to be on the Mariners when they made it to the playoffs.
I'm glad they had him throw out the first pitch, though. I mean, that was.
Oh
the
yeah,
right
that
thing.
was sick, dude. The crowd went berserk when he came out.
2013 to 2019, average salary of 25 million. So,
It's not even that big. That's not even like that big of an overpay for a pitcher of that caliber.
yeah, even at the end of the run,
It's not even that outrageous.
which is really funny, considering, like I said, how much of a crusade you went on to kick him out of the city.
Yeah. L Justin for real.
All right.
Uncommon L for me.
AL Central, could we have the Tigers first?
Yeah, sure.
I want to go Miggy.
Spencer Torkelson.
That works, yeah.
Known CNT short owner. You know what they say? If you ain't got a CNT short, you ain't living.
Is that what they say?
That's what they say.
More you know, right?
Spencer Torkelson, he is living.
Good to know. Good to know.
Be like Spencer. Get yourself a CNT t-shirt.
Get
That's all I
yourself,
have.
yeah, that's what you got to do. Simple,
Get
simple as that,
yourself
right?
two. Great Christmas gift. Great Christmas gift. Probably won't get
Right.
there for Christmas, but great New Year's option. Want to give out a New Year's present. Be different. Great New Year's present.
The news person actually would be like smart.
Hmm.
Spread it out a little bit.
Yeah. What's up next? White Sox.
I'm sure. I'm cool with that.
Nick Madrigal. I love that guy.
You want to elaborate any at all, Justin?
Nicky Two Strikes.
Nikki
I
two
love
strikes.
that was his nickname in the South Side because he would always get two strikes and he would always find a way to get a hit.
More you know, guys. More you know.
Yeah, that's Dylan about it.
Yeah,
Big Nick
that's news
Madrigal
to me.
guy.
So
Big Nick Madrigal guy myself.
glad to hear it. Glad to hear it.
Who's yours for the worst team in Chicago?
For the, I don't know if I'm gonna say worst team. I don't know.
Definitely the worst team. They lost the Field of Dreams game. They didn't get Dansby Swanson. They didn't get Cody Bellinger. They are not us. They didn't get James Talon. They are not us.
They did win the Field of Dreams game.
No, they didn't. The White Sox did not win. The Cubs won.
The one before though, they won.
Okay, I'm talking about this year.
That Tim
The one
Anderson.
that mattered. I'm talking about the one that mattered. The one that had the Cubs in it.
The
Don't be
I could make
silly.
the argument that the best moment in baseball in the past 2 years was that Tim Anderson home run.
Yeah, maybe.
That was electric. I'll yeah,
Doesn't
I'll
make
go
them
with that.
better.
I'll go with TA7. That's who I'll go with. That's my pick.
Who's next? Who's next?
Who do you want to be next? Okay, good. Guardians.
Steven.
Jose Ramirez.
Steven.
Having seen how much Ramirez means to the city of Cleveland, I gotta go Ramirez.
Steven Kwan is just so like that. I love Steven Kwan, and I finally get to see him play. I have my opening day tickets for the Mariners. Steven Kwan will be there. Cleveland Guardians at Seattle Mariners opening day. I am there. I have my tickets. I'm excited. Tommy, we gotta figure out when you're coming back to Seattle so I can get tickets to those games.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
We
Off.
gotta iron out those details.
Um. So what do we got? We've done the Tigers and we did the
White Sox and the Guardians, so there's the Twins and the Royals.
Let's go Royals next.
Bo Jackson for me.
Okay,
Dude was
yeah.
he is an athlete. Dude, he's an athlete.
Let me make sure I got the right name. Just I'm thinking. I want to make sure I'm thinking the right guy. Yeah. Alex Gordon.
Oh, I love Alex Sloan. I have a sick auto of him.
I
Oh,
might
I
have to
might
trade
have
for that.
traded it. I might have traded it. I don't know if I
Nah,
still have it.
shame.
50-50 chance, but it's a sick auto of him. I think I traded it though.
That's okay.
Or maybe I was going to, but then it didn't go through. And I don't know.
But yeah, I love Alex Gordon. He was part of that Royals, those Royals teams that, They won one, right?
Yeah, they won one. I could have gone Ben Zobrist.
You could have, yeah.
Yeah, I want to change it. Can I make an audible? Can I make a change?
Yeah, I mean, you let me do it. I got
Ben
Roy Halladay, so
Zobrist for
nice.
the Royals.
Last one's the Twins.
Toby Puckett, and this is because he was my grandpa's like favorite player, and this is like there's no like twin that really stands out to me, and
Hmm.
so I also remember I was in a card shop with my grandpa back in Chicago, and we were looking through cards, and he pulled out a Toby Puckett card and showed me he's like, this is like one of my favorite guys growing up, and says, oh, that's really cool, and I ended up getting that Toby Puckett card because my grandpa liked him so much, and ever since I've always kept an eye out for Toby Puckett cards,
Yeah.
and so I really like Toby Puckett all because of my grandpa pretty much, and so
Well, that's awesome.
like the Twins really don't like the Twins are his second favorite team, I believe, behind the Cubs. They're one of his favorites. I want to say they're the second, and it's just like I have no like correlation to any other player in that organization, but I'll always remember wanting to get the Toby Puckett card because my grandpa liked it. And so Toby Puckett's definitely my pick for the Twins.
Perfect. I think that's great. So,
Who's your pick?
um, for me, I went Nelson Cruz.
Oh, I forgot who's played there.
That was just one where it's I felt like I need to have somebody there. You know what I mean?
Hmm. I forgot about the who's played there, and I'd used them for a different team already. So I definitely think like I
I
don't
needed
I like
somebody there. You know what I mean?
I probably like Cruz more than Toby Puckett, but I don't like Twins Cruz more than I like Toby Puckett.
That's
So
fair.
I think that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's understandable.
We on to the final division.
I believe we are AL East.
Red Sox.
I think you know mine.
John Lester.
I knew you. Yeah, I think I knew that too.
Loved Big John.
Big John, Big
Big
Bad
John.
John.
Oh, I'd say second would be David Ross too.
I didn't know he played for them.
I'm pretty sure he did. I
Oh,
think that's
that's
where
why
he
the
and Lester
connection
met.
between the two of
Yeah.
them.
And then number three would be Kyle Schwarber, I think. Yeah, I know yours. I know exactly who it's gonna be.
Chris, no. Oh, imagine it was Chris Sale. Yikes.
Well, you're gonna tell the fans, or
Yeah, no.
come on
Trevor
now.
Story. That's easy.
Orioles, Jake Arrieta.
I forgot about that.
He
Yeah.
sucked for them, but he threw two no hitters for the Cubs, so it is what it is.
Chris Davis, because that was one of the most
The
laughable.
contract.
Owen, he went 0 and 54 in the time that it took
So
in the time that it took for him to get a hit. Like I remember there's like a Sports Illustrated graphic, like people like a list of these famous people that were born, like like this list of like these famous people that died, like a list of these events that happened, like it was bad.
so bad. Rays. I have a tie for the Rays. Wander Franco and Brett Phillips. I love Wander at PCM. I love Brett Phillips. I think he's great for baseball. If I had to pick one, I would go Wander though. I'd go Wander.
Yeah. I would probably go Brett Phillips. I mean, whenever
Hey,
he pitched, like either if they were
oh
winning
my
by a lot or losing by a lot, it was
god.
comical. It was
He just Brett
comical.
Phillips is what baseball needs. Baseball also needs a guy like Brett Phillips to be good at baseball so he stays in the big leagues.
Blue Jays,
Troy Tulowitzki.
much love, much love. For me, Justin Smoke.
Oh, he's my second. He's my second. I love Justin Smoke as a man. We shared a name, and he was like the first famous person who like I consistently remembered who had the same name as me.
Yeah, my top three Mariners of all time, feel like in terms of favorite is Felix, Kyle Seager, and then Justin Smoke.
Oh, I love Seeds. I love Seeds.
Let's see. So
Last team,
yeah, we just the
the
Yankees left.
Yankees. Soriano. Second favorite because I made the deal with Tommy. If I use someone I already used, I'll give a second favorite. Anthony Rizzo. And since I've used Soriano twice, I'll give a third. Um, I'll go Mickey Mantle. No, Joe DiMaggio. Wait, yeah. Yeah, Joe DiMaggio.
Number one, DJ
No,
LeMahieu.
no, no, Lou Gehrig. Sorry. Lou Gehrig. Simply because of the baseball card book. I talked about this last episode where he gave his jacket to the kid on the train.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of this earth. That still gives me goosebumps.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, for me, it's DJ LeMahieu.
I saw that coming a mile away.
I mean, first, it's wild. First person in MLB history to get the batting title in both leagues.
Mm-hmm. Tommy, I have a little fun game for you and us. Us. For me, for my list, what one was the most surprising to you?
I think Kirby Puckett was just kind of unexpected.
Okay, and which one was least surprising for you?
Soriano.
Okay. Now for you, the least surprising, I'm gonna go Troy Tulowitzki.
Yeah, I think you could have gone Tulo or you could have gone Nano. I think would have been the two most
Mhm.
like
And then the most surprising one was Madison Bumgarner. I didn't realize you were a big Bumgarner fan.
big Bumgarner guy.
Yeah, like I knew you liked him, but I didn't realize that. I just would have assumed you would have went Brandon Belt, or I thought you were gonna go Buster Posey, and so you
Posey would
going
probably be
Bumgarner.
three.
Yeah, that just surprised me. I did not realize you were this big of a Bumgarner
Oh
guy.
no. I mean, I wish I had recorded some of the rants that I went on
Yeah.
talking about just how awesome he was. Like,
hmm
and I think
Um.
a lot of younger fans aren't going to be able to appreciate. Like, it feels weird to say younger fans, like that, like that's now a thing. But you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
I mean, dude, there's some prospects that are younger than me now, which is just weird to me.
Yeah, I have a car, Derek Curiel.
Yeah,
He's
dude, that guy better be good because that's creepy.
man. If that kid turns out to be good, that's going to be something else. I tell you.
Outrageous.
All right, you got anything else that you feel like we need
It's
to add
that
here?
time of the episode. Do it,
All right,
Tommy.
here.
Do it.
So, give
Do
me-
it. Do
all
it.
right, so
Do
everybody,
it.
you got to listen to the sign, or else Justin, you're gonna come into Justin's work and he is not gonna pay for the extra money for your mom's birthday gift.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on now. Yeah. I like that one. A little throwback. Dude, he was like 7 years old. He
We
snuck out.
get
I've never
just
snuck.
we
I've
get we
never
get.
snuck out. I've never snuck out. Dude sneaking out at 7 and just to buy his mom a present.
All right, I got another one.
I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that.
I got another one.
What's
Listen to the
up?
sign, or your favorite team is going to trade away their best player and give the Cardinals $50 million to take him.
I
Specifically the Cardinals too. Just because it's
don't
going
do
to make
it.
Justin mad too.
Don't do it. Listen to the sign. Don't
Yep.
ruin my
Listen to the
life.
sign. Simple as that. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate you guys watching and listening every single
Legends.
week. We will see you all next week. Peace.